Anonymous, Bitcoin, Cowboy.
In this universe, there is one great energy, and we have no name for it. People have tried various names for it, like God, like Brahman, like Tao. But in the West, the word God has got so many funny associations attached to it that most of us are bored with it. When people say God the Father Almighty, most people feel funny inside. But according to Buddhist philosophy, all this universe is one tatata. Is one tatata. That means 10,000 functions or 10,000 things, one suchness. Functions or 10,000 things, one suchness. One suchness. And we're all one suchness. Now that means that suchness comes and goes like everything else, because this whole world is an on and off system. As the Chinese say, it's the yang and the yin. It's the yang and the yin. And therefore it consists of now you see it, now you don't. Here it. Now you see it, now you don't. So now you see it, now you don't. Here you are, here you aren't, here you aren't. Because that's the very nature of energy, to be like waves, and waves have crests and troughs. Only, we, being under a certain kind of sleepiness or illusion, imagine that the trough is going to overcome the wave, or the crest, or the crest. The yin, the dark principle, is going to overcome the yang, or the light principle, and that off is finally going to triumph over on. And we, shall I say, bug ourselves by indulging in that illusion. Gee, supposing darkness did win out, wouldn't that be terrible? And so we're constantly trembling and thinking that it may, because after all, isn't it odd that anything exists? It's most peculiar. It requires effort, it requires energy, and it would be so much easier for there to have been nothing at all. 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 Therefore we think, well, since the is side of things is so much effort, you always give up after a while and you sink back into death. Into death. Sink back into death. But death is just the other face of energy. Is just the other face of energy. But death is just the other face of energy. And it's the rest, the not being anything around, that produces something around, just in the same way that you can't have solid without space, or space without solid. When you wake up to this and realize that the more it changes, the more it's the same thing, as the French say, that you are really a playing of this one energy, and there is nothing else but that it is you, but that for you to be always you would be an insufferable bore. therefore it is arranged that you stop being you after a while and then come back as someone else altogether. And so when you find that out, you become full of energy. You become full of energy. You become full of energy and delight. And you suddenly see through the whole sham of things. You realize you're that. We won't put a name on it. You're that. And you can't be anything else. So you are relieved of fundamental terror. That doesn't mean that you're always going to be a great hero.
Love is the one thing we are capable of perceiving that transcends time and space.
Motivation to not give up and not be a quitter. No matter how bad you want to just fall flat on your face. So like a wax, I'm still in these racks. Long as you feel them to the day that I drop, you'll never say that I'm not killing them. Cause when I am not, then I'ma stop killing them. And I am not hip-hop, and I'm just not Eminem. Subliminal thoughts when I'ma stop spinning them. Women are caught in red, spinning them, hawk venom, adrenaline shots. So finish the liquid knot, it's the hell in the stop. I'm not too delicious, not real enough. The criminal cop killing hip-hop, filling a minimal swap to cop millions of pop listeners. You're coming with me, feel it or not. You're gonna fear it like I show to the spirit of God lives in us. You hear it a lot, lyrics to shock. Is it a miracle or am I just product of pop? Is enough. This is the love, this is the plot. Listen up. This is the guys, listen, does not give a fuck.
Massive, live good and love one another like sister and brother. Warring and fighting for done. It's time to have fun. What? Right now, lazy body now work. And I wanna see all the massive them with them money in the ear like them don't care. Everybody know what say, a peace and love will promote this year.
Tippy in my teacup.
What are you doing again? Your mystical journey or whatever. son. Daughter for the motherfucker chopper. Got the Maserati dancing on the brick. Pussy poppin', tell the coppers. You can't catch him, you can't stop him. I go by them goon rules. If you can't beat him, then you drop him. You can't man him, then you mop him. You can't stand him, then you drop him. You pop him, cause we pop him like over red and vodka.
Amigos, you know all the dopest ghosts in town. The bitches all love me cause I'm fucking Casper. All love me cause I'm fucking Casper. All love me cause the bitches all love me cause I'm fucking Casper. The bitches all love me cause I'm
Anonymous. Bitcoin cowboy.
fucking shit.
With you motherfuckers. Pull up to the curb like with you motherfuckers.
saying? Right off fucking socks, you hear me?
Anonymous, Bitcoin, Cowboy.